So the more I read on social media about tariffs, the more I realise that most people have no clue about supply chains, about how the modern world works. I've also come to realise that many people are not smart and they choose to be that way. And the reason why I know this is because they don't even use simple things like AI tools to get the most basic of answers. I've learned in life that I am smart because I've realised that I know nothing. And I think it was Socrates that said something like that. I realise I am smart because I know nothing. This story is in reference to Donald Trump's latest comment about children only being able to have 1 or 2 dolls in their life instead of 30 or something like that. Notice how it's always the common people that have to compromise, it's never the wealthy or the elite. Anyway, this story starts back in 2012 in Donald Trump's hometown, the stunningly wacky, crazy, overpowering New York City. Let me explain. So I was in New York City about 2012. I was with my daughter. So I don't know if you know this, but my brother's actually an American citizen. He moved to America. He's lived there for many, many years. Anyway, 2012, I was over there visiting him with my daughter. And we were in New York, my daughter and I was asking her to go up one of the skyscrapers. Now, I'm scared of heights. I don't know why I was doing that, but it was the Rockefeller Center. I was trying to talk her into going up. She was 12 at that time. Yeah, I think she was 12, still a bit older. And she agreed to go to the Rockefeller Center because I had bribed her with buying her this thing. And I'll come back to this thing in a second because that was the whole point of the tariffs thing. Anyway, New York City, 2012. We went up the Rockefeller Center. While I was there, cramming in the lift, Phil was holding my daughter's hands, my chest over the top of her shoulder, holding her tight. And I could feel my daughter's heart pumping because she was scared. She didn't know what she was walking into. Anyway, got up in the elevator, doors opened, 100 floors up or whatever. And she ran out saying, "Wow, this is wonderful, Dad." And my legs just crumbled, couldn't move, had to take a seat because I'm scared of heights. Anyway, later that day, we went to buy her this thing that she wanted. And it was an American Girl doll. We went to the store and it was a full-on experience thing. You go buy a doll, dress it, get an experience, you get a birth certificate, you look after it. It's a whole full-on experience and it's pretty pricey. And I remember spending something like, I think it was $384, that sticks in my mind. 2012 back then, that was a lot of money. And for me back then, it was an extremely amount of money. It's a lot of money even now. Won't go far in this current cost of living crisis, but 2012, $384, a lot of money. Anyway, so fast forward to today, and I'm seeing a group of people arguing online on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, I still call it Twitter. I think X has to be the worst rebranding in the world. If you look at other brand names and you speak them out loud, they kind of sing to you, like Nike, Adidas. X is kind of ugly and final and it's just nasty. Anyway, these people are arguing over buying in America and they're talking about dolls. One user, female, she's obviously has a passion for dolls, obviously experienced and familiar with the supply chains. And she's trying to explain to some people that even if you were to attempt to make just pure American dolls made in America, then you would have to still bring in materials from outside of America, and that in itself would be expensive, and even more now with the new tariffs. And then in turn, it would make the dolls themselves extremely expensive. And some of the other people were saying how that was worthwhile to get one over on China, blah, blah, blah. A smarter person actually said, "I thought you were all complaining about the cost of living, the cost of living crisis, but now you say it's worth it to get one over in China." So brainwashed, some people in the whole anti-China thing, that many of the other people in the thread were just going along with the whole idea. It's worth it, save America, and blah, blah, blah. Short-term pain for long-term gain, and also to beat China. You ever notice it's always about beating someone or winning or it's about having a bogeyman. Anyway, the kicker came in to that thread, and this is where I link back to my experience in 2012. One of the people in the thread said, so what about the American Girl dolls? They're a great American product. And then this person went on to state her case. Now, obviously, I knew this product because I'd been there, I'd done the whole experience with my daughter, and I knew that they were not made in China, sorry, not made in America, because I remember looking at the label when I bought it, and it said made in China, and I could see why the whole buying the American Girl doll experience was so grand, such a big experience, because of the profit margin, obviously. In fact, the reality is they were never made in America. They were originally made in Germany before the company, an American company, moved the production to Shenzhen, which is in China. So this information is out there, easy to find. And the lady that said this was 100% correct when she actually came back and said the whole premise of bringing the manufacturing back to America then would mean the whole American Girl doll experience would have to be rethought through, because if they did this whole American Girl doll experience, then the dolls individually would cost thousands of dollars. It is a struggle to help people to think things through. And again, I believe that if you're smart, then you realise that you're not that smart. And that should spur you into trying to find some more of the answers. But nope, it doesn't apply to many people, not even with AI so easily available. And this whole AI thing in itself worries me, because people don't realise what is coming with AI, automation, robotics and self-driving and so on, which is a whole other video that I will talk about soon. So to close this video out and try and kind of clarify, please just help people think. Help them use some of these tools, AI, simple search, before they jump in and just make themselves look rather stupid. Let's look forward to maybe some appeasement around the whole tariffs thing, some alignment with China and America, and we can get on with making everyone's life better, saving the world, avoiding conflict, the whole helping people thing, maybe even get to Mars if we all put our collective minds to it. Anyway, take care of yourself, look after your family. This is Ian in Beijing. Peace out. Take care.